you on the 20th of January 2020, standing by a frozen swamp here. You can see the swamp is pretty frozen today, and there's a few little specks of this white spit that's falling out of the sky. Yes, we have some little white flecks of global warming falling amongst us today. Um, I'm here to talk about something that's really important, really serious, a topic you have to be really careful of if you don't want your channel squashed in these days and times. So I want to talk about freedom. I want to talk about peace and prosperity and what we have coming at us. It's kind of like we're on a railroad track and a train is hurtling at us. And what are we going to do about it? That train is poised to hit us hard and fast. And that train wants to take our freedoms. That train wants to take our liberty and maybe our lives. And that's not something to take lightly, my friends. And our brothers and sisters in Virginia are on the forefront of what they need to do to pursue the continuation of our lives and liberties. So think about that. Think about what's happening there. I think we need to pray for our friends, our sisters, our brothers in Virginia. I think they need our support. I'm in Northern Virginia. Hi, Marie. Yes, you need our support. The reason I say this is a train, I do for many reasons. One of them is, we have to stand up for what we believe in. We have to stand up for what's right, our freedom and our liberty. I also believe, hi Shannon, you may be my only moderator in here right now. So I believe that what we have before us it could be a trap. The people that are running the government there, the Governor Northam, they would love nothing better than an excuse to invoke martial law, or at least to invoke the Patriot Act, the National Defense Authorization Act, and all these things against our brothers and sisters there, against the people, the residents, the citizens of the Commonwealth. They would love nothing better than to extend that to the rest of this country at some point in time. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. So we have to, if you're there in Virginia, my prayers are with you. If you're there in Richmond, please listen and take heed that be careful, be peaceful. Don't do anything to instigate and give those people an excuse to do the things that they like to do. Be there, let it be known, your presence does that. Be peaceful and make sure that you watch those around you to try to keep them peaceful too. Try to keep the temperatures down. Try to keep the tempers down, and just be there in solidarity. It is very interesting and very telling that this is also Martin Luther King Day. And the tellingness of that is this is a day of a man who led an effort, a fight for freedom. And his push for freedom was to use the model of Gandhi, to do it with peace. And he very much pursued the idea of a peaceful pursuit of the aims to give freedom and liberty to people of color, to people of darker skin than the majority. And then a lot of you probably don't like that. Some of you are not fond of him. Well, look at this. Now, he did this in the time in the 60s when I was a kid. I remember a lot of white people were really afraid of movements like the Black Panthers. They thought that there was going to be some kind of awful racial civil conflict within America. And a lot of white people were fearful in that time. And it was the teachings and preachings of Martin Luther King that tamped that down and led things in the direction of a peaceful resolution rather than what other groups out there were pushing for at that time. And so it has served us all well. So you might say, those of you that don't want to honor him, that he did lead to a more peaceful resolution than what might have otherwise have happened. So I have no problem with a holiday for that man. Some of you do. I have none. I think that what he did and taught is instructive to us today, because we don't want to fall into the trap. They want to paint us all as a bunch of crazies just because we believe in freedom and liberty, just because we believe that we should have rights, just because we don't want to be sucked into the machine and taken into the hive. They want to paint us as kooks, as radicals, just because, it's a shame. And the way they're trying to paint it, if you don't believe in global ism, if you don't believe in giving up all your freedoms and liberties, if you don't believe in letting them railroad you with that train coming at you, then you're some kind of a nutbag. Then you are a terrorist. That's what they would teach. That's what they would preach. That's the message they're trying to get out there right now. And that's what we've got to avoid. That's what we've got to watch. We got to pursue peace. We've got as best as we can. We do have to defend ourselves. Amen. I absolutely agree. We have to defend ourselves. We have to defend ourselves, our family, our friends, our communities. Absolutely. I'm 100% for that. But let's not give them reasons to invoke the Patriot Act, the National Defense Authorization Act, and all these other anti-constitutional pieces of legislation and executive order. By the way, it takes to change the Constitution 2/3 of the states to ratify an amendment. So they've tried to bypass this with legislation and executive orders and a compliant federal court that doesn't overrule illegal laws. And I consider these laws illegal. I consider what's happening by the government and the Old Dominion to be illegal, anti-constitutional. But the government of the Fed is not going to cooperate with this. They don't care. The deep state cares not, because they've got a train coming at you, my friends. And if you resist that train, as I said, you're some kind of kook. Yeah, really? So I'm just telling you that what we have before us is not in our favor. The best thing you can do is pray and meditate. As soon as you see this video, if you haven't watched it live, please stop for a moment and meditate and pray that we have a peaceful outcome of this event. This is not the end of it. Whatever comes out of what happens today in Richmond, more things will happen. More will come upon us. It's the beginning. It's an opening act. So all we can hope is that we do not evoke those measures that I mentioned of the National Defense Authorization Act, the Patriot Act, and all those things. Let's hope that we don't get our brothers and sisters painted as terrorists. Let's hope that we can pursue freedom peacefully. So let's pray and let's meditate. For those of you that don't pray, let's pray and meditate for peace, for prosperity, but mostly peace and liberty, liberty and freedom. Why is liberty so important? Why not give up some liberty for security? Because without the liberty, you cannot have security. They will take it from you. The deep states of the world, the governments of the world throughout history, once they've taken your freedoms, have come to take your lives. That is the modus operandi. In the name of safety, they've come and liberated people of their means of self-defense, and governments around the world for some time. Throughout the 20th century they did this. And then they turned around and took the lives of the people who they liberated in the name of safety. And I say liberated with in a very facetious means here. It's a tragedy, and today we seem not to be able to learn from history because the narrative of the powers that be is opposite. But if you look through the annals of history, you will discover what I'm saying is true, that we can't trust these people, that we are, like I said, on that railroad track with that train coming at us. If you get off the track, then, if like you're unplugging from the grid, then you're a criminal in their mind. If you tell that train to slow down, you're a criminal. If you try to duck under it, well, you're crazy. Come on, guys. They're the ones that's crazy. But they have put this narrative out in the mainstream media, and a lot of people are yucking it up. The people who've been hypnotized and sucked into their way of following believe that stuff. And that's not right. It's not the truth. It's not the light. So I appeal to you to seek the light, to pray, to pray, to meditate for peace, but also for liberty and freedom, because without liberty and freedom, we have nothing, including peace. There will be no peace without liberty. But sometimes peace has to be shattered in the pursuit of liberty. Let's hope we don't get to that point. But liberty and peace are important, but freedom and liberty are most important, because you have nothing without it. I mean nothing, nothing. You have nothing. You are nobody. You do not exist. The hive will suck you in. You will become an automaton, a worker bee, an ant, if they deem you worthy to survive. But mind you, if you look at the guidestones there in the great state of, Georgia, I'm trying not to evoke certain things, if you know what I mean, but in the great state of Georgia, somebody deemed to erect some rocks for all time immemorial, calling for bringing the population drastically down to 500 million, which means that 11 out of 12 people today would have to be eliminated. So that's not something we want. So do you trust the kinds of people that do that? But Greg, maybe that's just some crazy group did that. Well, just listen to guys like Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey and Ted, or whatever his name is, that started CNN, all these people. That's what they talk about. They talk, about it continuously. Henry Kissinger, who would refer to people as useless eaters. Yeah, they put you on their, they get your vote by handing you food, but then they're going to call you a useless eater at some point in the future. Is that what you want? That's really what they want to set you up for. It's a trap. The food, the aid they give you today is fly bait. It's fly poison. It tastes sweet, but it's going to get you in the end. So be aware of these things, my friends. It's all a trap. And they got so many traps they want to spring upon us, and there's so many dimensions to these traps. We have to be aware. That's why I tell you all to keep your eyes wide open and ahead of the swivel, because they're coming at us in many different directions. It's a multi-dimensional attack upon the good people of our world, and it's everybody in the world, because that's what was written in stone was not written just for the people of this country. And don't think for a minute that they meant to exempt the people of this country when they were talking about those numbers. They absolutely do not. They don't care about us. They only care about themselves, whoever that is. So I'm deeply concerned about our future. I know that we can work together, we can unite to have a better future. We can have a peace and prosperity, but we may have to get through a gauntlet to get there. I don't know. I'm hopeful that our prayers and meditations can move this train, that we can stop this train, or at least slow it down. That if not, that we can find the means to duck underneath it. But the train's coming. I hope we can stop it. But the train is coming. I know a lot of you have a feeling that something's coming. A lot of you have had a feeling for a long time that something's coming at us. Things are about to happen. So the Eagle claim the U.S. population will go down. That's what I'm saying. There's no exemption for Americans. We in the United States tend to think that, that we're on top of the world, and for a moment we seem to be, but we're a puppet. We're a pawn in a greater play, I think. Right now, when we go out and with a drone in the name of taking out a terrorist and attack a wedding party in some country and kill tens of people, dozens of people, hundreds of people, then you might take out a terrorist, but you have created enemies of all the sons and daughters and brothers and sisters and cousins and friends of all the people that you eliminated who were innocent bystanders where that one individual was at. And in so doing, you've created many more terrorists. When you do it repeatedly, over and over and over again, you fan hatreds against you amongst a people, a nation, a tribe, even a faith. That is no way to pursue the future. I did a video, my friends. I did a video some time back called A Nuke in Every Pot. Click on videos above, and I talk about technology, proliferation technology, and how that's essentially like, eventually we're going to have the power of a nuke in every hand, or at least in many, many groups could achieve powers that could wipe us out. Many groups, and there's many groups that don't like us. Yeah, this may come from above, but it can also come from many directions. Today, bio weapons and warfare. They are just too easy to produce and disseminate. This is something we're going to have to prepare ourselves for. We're going to have to prepare ourselves to deal with that. And we've got to prepare ourselves for what drones can do, especially as they become more advanced and smaller and more autonomous, as they achieve greater swarm capabilities. And you have to watch for the hive. That's what they're trying to suck us into. I did videos on the hive. So my friends, the solutions are, first and foremost, pray and meditate. And let's pray and meditate for our friends today who are facing the train in Richmond, because the train is right at those brothers and sisters in Richmond. So let's pray for them. Let's meditate for them. If you're in Richmond, if you're in Virginia, pass the word amongst all those with you to pursue peace, to think of Gandhi, to think of Martin Luther King even. Yes, that you don't want them, you don't want to fall in the trap they've set for you. You do not want them to use you as an excuse to paint people that believe in freedom and liberty as crazies, as kooks. You don't want them to, that's the easiest thing they could do. And you especially don't want them to evoke the Patriot Act and all those things. There's so much things that they could evoke against us that we don't want that. So hang in there, my friends. Hang in there. Pray, meditate, and seek the pursuit of peace. And hopefully we can find a way to get this train to slow down and stop, that we can find a way for peace and prosperity and maintain our liberty, our freedoms. Yes, Shannon, hugs for everyone. Maybe that's the most important thing we could do. Hug a friend, hug a neighbor. Show the love, show the light. We're about light. We're about freedom, but we're about love. That is the key thing. Yes, such a key. True love to you as well. Thank you. And to everyone. Love is the real answer to everything. It really is. Love. And there may be a lot of people that have been sucked into supporting the other side just don't see that's where we're really coming from. And that's why we need to show that. We're not coming from a place of evil. We're not coming from a place of craziness like they want to paint us to be. No. We believe in freedom. We believe in liberty. And the best way to spread that message is with peace and love every time we get a chance. But we can't let the train run us over either. So we've got to do whatever we have to do. So I do believe in we have to take care of our friends, our families foremost, ourselves. Somebody says could be dreaming. The other day I realized that there was no peace symbol emoticon. I think it was on Facebook. We stand for the truth. Smart stuff, not smart stuff at all. Favor to love all. Yes. So I've got some good comments here. We got 162 people in the chat room now. Guys, that's enough people to really put out some prayer energy, put out some meditation energy. We've got enough right here in the chat room right now to be of help. If you've got friends or family that are there on Ground Zero today in Richmond, send them a text message. Send them an email. Call them. Tell them you love them, first and foremost. And tell them to be peaceful. Tell them that they may be in a trap. Tell them that, the best way to spread our message is through love. I'm going to hire a defense system going into effect for the next few months. Like I'm telling you guys, what they're talking about is this is just the beginning phase. So here's a funny thing. Say you can use Virginia as an example. So they want to take our means of self-defense so that nobody hurts somebody in a school, so that, some crazy, which would still be able to do it because there'll still be stuff out there that they'll be able to get. Only the law-abiding people give up things, right? Lawbreakers will still have the means to get these things, and they'll still be in the means of criminals. And there will be a cottage industry of shops making these things, and they will be very profitable. So don't think for a minute that the bad guys still won't have the means to use this stuff. But what they want to do is take it away from the good people. And in order to take it away from them, they're committed to use violence upon you. They're committed to use the National Guard upon you, because that's what they're already saying. So they would commit violence in the interest of stopping violence. They would commit a greater violence and attack your liberties, attack the Constitution in the name of preventing some smaller level of violence. Is that right? Is that what they're talking about? Who's crazy? They want to paint us as crazies. They really do. They want to paint us as crazies. If you ask me, that's one of the craziest things I ever heard of. It makes no sense, except to those people who've been brainwashed and have been sucked into the hive. A lot of people believe this because they have been brainwashed. They are sucked into the hive. So, crispy chicken, hugs. Thanks, Shannon. Look, guys, freedom to choose whatever we wish. Wish me luck on finding my property. Oh, okay, Gomez. Cody, hi, Cody. Ginger, hey, Cody, tell your parents I got your email, and hey, that's wonderful. I saw your worm castings. Awesome. Your mom sent me an email, Cody. That's awesome. I'll have to get back with her later. I've just been crazy busy. Hey, Greg, I'm in Lower Oz, and we have tons of rain today. Good! I hope our little meditation session had an impact on that. Prayer works. Meditation works. It's been shown over and over and over again. Some of you don't believe in anything, but I'm going to tell you it's there. It works. And there's reasons it works. There is a greater creator. We have a soul. We're not a machine. We have souls. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience that we may learn and grow, that we may experience things. We are the eyes and ears of the universe on behalf of the greater creator. Susie Q, hello. Thank you. So please, once again, email any friends you have in that area on Ground Zero in Richmond. Email them, message them. If you're there, pass the word among people among you that, hey, let's keep this thing peaceful. Let's make sure that anybody that's getting their nose out of joint or their temper up is calmed down. I can understand people getting their tempers up. When you're taking people's freedoms, that's a scary proposition. And a lot of people are going to be angered by it. And I don't blame them for being angry, but you've got to watch how you react because there's a trap here. And let's hope we don't cause that trap to spring upon us. But like I said, this is just the beginning of things. They're going to push us further in Virginia. And I think they will do it irregardless of whatever protest happens today. I don't see that having any. Their plans are planned to go forward. And by the way, the initiation of their plans was bankrolled by somebody who's running for president right now, somebody who's not in the debate, somebody who's a billionaire from New York City, somebody whose name sounds like Bloomersburgers. I think that would be a better fit. And in my opinion, he's a tyrant. You got to remember, he was the guy that told you what size drink you could have. He would go into your room, in your house, and control every little aspect of your life. He's got all these commercials out there all over the place right now that makes him sound like a nice, sweet, wonderful person. He's anything but that. So, I don't trust him no farther than I could toss a pack of elephants. I expect he will be a tyrant. He's already a tyrant in my book because he funded what's going on right now. He's behind a lot of our problems. Yes, Michael Reese. I hate to use words like that, but my friends, he is no friend of us. None at all. So, I'm going to end this video. I could go on forever here. There's a lot of comments in here I should be reading. True Heifer, yes. I want my flag. Yeah, we know the bloodline. Everyone here is awesome. Yes, awesome people here. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. You're wonderful people. Again, go out and spread the love. Let's push for peace. Go out and give somebody a hug. But the first thing I want you to do when this video ends is to stop and take a couple of minutes to pray, to meditate. Maybe longer. At least a couple minutes. For our friends, our neighbors, our brothers and sisters on the ground in Virginia. The residents within Virginia. And then all the people in America. Because we all got the same train coming at us. It's just there on them first. The train is there in Richmond today. And it's not going to stop yet. So I don't know how much effect we can have, but I'm sure we can help. Because the power of prayer is very powerful. If you're seeing this video after I've filmed it, stop and pray for the people there. whatever has or hasn't happened by the end of this day is only the beginning. So this is a prayer for the residents of Virginia, the citizens of America, and the people of the world. They're good people in every nation. They're good people of every culture, in every tribe. They're good people of every faith on this planet. Now, the governments of those nations, the organizations of many faiths, may have other motives, but there are good people within all of those spheres. You know, if we can unite these good people to meditate, if we can unite these people together, we can be the change we want to see. We can change the world. Absolutely. We can move this world. We can stop this world, and we can stop this train. I fully believe that. We just got to keep working on it. Yeah, Cody. Hey, hello. Exactly. So just remember, I've got a little campaign going, and I'm going to do a special video on this. Again, because I was told my live sessions aren't really the best to post for on the internet to spread the word. So I'm going to do a dedicated video where I just speak straight to it. It's coming up soon on my new peace initiative, 0202-2020, or 0202-2020, to February 2020. 2 minutes at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone needs to stop for 2 minutes. If you have no faith, just stop in silent protest. If you are a person of faith, pray, or at least meditate for 2 minutes. Let's send out positive energy into the world. If you're a meditator, then set your frequency, go hue before that 2 minutes, and then just be quiet, free your mind, meditate, pray, and then in any means you can, emit your inner light or light, turn on lights, say, hey, hello, or go out and hug a person immediately after. Go out and hug a person. Do something good. And I want you to do that today too. Go out and hug a person. Go out and hug a friend, a neighbor. Say something good. Compliment people. Make sure you show some love. Do that today. Show love. Show as much love as you can today. Rupley TV is showing some good Iranian people thanking Americans for their support for the protest to protest evil dictators. That's what I'm talking about, my friends. That's why we push for this. We've got a window in time right now. It's not a long window. We need to act soon. I'm just giving us enough time to build up a campaign. Exactly. There are people everywhere who want peace and prosperity. There are people everywhere who don't want this train to run them over. This train is not a train. It's starting today in Virginia. Actually, this train has been running in a few places already, like in the Middle East. It's already there. We can stop this train, my friends. We can pursue peace. Greg Brother and all those in the chat were under constant attack against all levels. That's what I'm talking about. So there's a multi-level, multi-dimensional attack. They're coming at us from every side in every way possible. But we have to concentrate. We have to pull ourselves together, our minds, our spirits, and unify. When we do that, there's power in numbers. They can't stop us, my friends. We will prevail. We will prevail. Our train is bound for glory. Yes, 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 absolutely. Absolutely. Primrose. Yes, Rosie. Yes, thank you, Primrosy. A shorter shareable video might help spread. Yes, I'm going to do a shorter video. I will. And it may be a day or two because I got a lot of worms to run today. But I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days that will be dedicated solely to 0202-2020 at 2 p.m., 2 minutes for peace. That's coming out, my friends. That's coming soon. Yeah, choo choo, Desert Rose. Let's build our own train. Our train cannot be stopped. We shall not be moved. And the old hymn, we shall not be moved. You remember that hymn? I always loved that one. Like a tree standing by the water, we shall not be moved. My words might be a little bit off, but and I don't get paid to sing, but my friends, and don't lose your humor. Don't lose your soul. Don't let them take your soul. And no matter how bad it is, there's always something good. There's always something to hold on to because you have friends and family that have the light and love within them. And the worst thing you can do to evil is spread love. The best way to fight evil is to hug, to laugh. Laugh in the face of adversity. That's what I urge you to do. But again, I'm about to end this video. So I want you to say a prayer. I want you to meditate. I want you to text any friends you have in that area and to tell them to do the same and to spread the idea of peace and to not fall into the trap that's set. Let's don't spring that trap. We don't want that. Dems want a civil to hide their traitorous acts, says. Sorry for me to read. Yeah, something like that. 161 watching. Yeah, it's going down now because everybody knows we're about to end. Hey, Pyramid 7. Yo, yo, yo. Yes, pray all through the day. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. But I say start right now. Let's give an energy out. Wendy Loom. Yes, thank you, Wendy. Susie Q. Yes, true. Let's see. Good to see everybody today. Says Pyramid 7. Absolutely. All right, guys. I'm going to have to call it an end here. Remember, right now, I want everyone to stop and pray all day. If you see something in the news, if it looks like things are going awry, say more prayers. We need a lot of prayers. We need a lot of meditation. Go out and hug people. Show your love. Show your light. And let the light of the greater Creator shine through you and magnify that which is within you. And go out and, yes, hug your family and your dog, says Cody Prock. Yes, dog lives matter. All lives matter, my friends. Good vibes to back you too, Greg. Yes, yes. Look, there's a lot of great people in the world. They come from everywhere. And sometimes some of the people on the other side even have a good heart. They're just misguided. They've been hypnotized and led in. Maybe we can save some of them and to see the light, the truth, and pull them out of the hive before they get sucked in any deeper. So, my friends, I'm going to end this. Love to everyone here, and go out and spread your love as far and wide as you can today and every day. So, I want to thank everyone. Oh yeah, by the way, I got links on other videos. Support my channel, please go check them out. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe and bang the update notification bell. Anyway, my friends, peace and love to all of you. Thank you for watching.